rewiring is a word people love. I say that you're going to come in and we're going to teach you how to rewire yourself. What does that even mean? Well, it means you're like, nobody is born unable to leave food. No baby says, oh my God, I ate too many cookies, I feel so bad, or I'm so greedy. But a lot of our wiring, the very thing that we don't want to do is what nature has wired us to be so scared of hunger, because even 500 years ago, it killed you more than disease, more than war. And so there's a wiring that goes against you. When you're hungry, the brain is so scared of hunger, you'll eat anything. So that's an interesting concept, that you're wired to fear hunger. You're wired to remember where sugar is and go back for more. Years ago, if you found honey, that was so exciting, you'd eat it until it was gone. You wouldn't go, oh, it's a bit fattening, I'll just have a bit. And so a lot of our wiring to eat food when it's in our line of vision was what kept us alive. So the things nature's done wired you to be scared of hunger, remember where sugar is, go back and eat food when it's in your line of vision, is really interesting. And again, you can't fight one, but you can say, oh, yes, I am hungry and I am feeling weird and I'm about to eat all these cookies. But actually, I've got an hour's train ride home. When I get home, there's wonderful food. I don't need to eat the cookies. So you can work with your wiring. Human beings are wired to be so terrified of rejection. Why is that? Because it also killed you, being banished, being cast out, being marooned. Survival was a numbers game. And even though we think we're so modern and so evolved, we're really not. We are wired to be scared of rejection. We're wired to be scared of not having enough to eat. We're wired to be scared of people not liking us, because those things kept us alive. And all these years later, the truth is you could live on your own with 6 cats, never see a soul and make it to 102. So the things that we're wired to be scared of, it's our wiring that hurts us. But when you can understand it, oh, right, I feel like it's the end of the world because 500 years ago it would have been, but actually that didn't work out. But I can have I can live on my own. I can have a great life with cats, dogs, pets. So we have to start dialoguing back. Our wiring is fixed, but we can work around it and say, but this really isn't. It's a bit like, when you go to the top of a building and look down, your stomach drops, your mind goes, get away from the edge, you fool, because the wiring says, hey, you're going to fall, you're going to die. I'm going to make your stomach plummet so you step back, even though there's a plate glass window that thick. And I think one of the good things is understand your wiring. Go, oh, okay. My mind isn't trying to make me fat. It isn't trying to make me cling on to this person who's not right for me. It's all about surviving, when that was actually statistically not an easy thing to do.
So we do have this very much fear and survival-based wiring, and that's not going to go away. And it's there for a reason. It's there to keep us alive, and we wouldn't be here as a species if there wasn't that wiring. And it does seem we can, as you're saying, it's helpful to understand that and maybe reframe that and work with it. And at the same time, it seems like we can create additional wiring or other wiring in the brain, that other neural networks in the brain that could counterbalance some of that and maybe support. Because otherwise, it's hard just to think of it in psychology. Well, I can be prepared to always have the right thoughts when that fear and survival-based wiring kicks in, but that's hard to do. So it seems like we can imprint some momentum of some positive alternatives or other ways of seeing things.
I mean, just saying this expression, I have phenomenal coping skills. I have extraordinary coping skills. Bring it on is so different to, oh my God, I can't cope. So when you're saying I can't cope, and I've had many clients whose parents were so sensitive they couldn't cope with noise or light or even the sound of a packet of potato chips being open. So they never went to the cinema or the swimming pool or the movies because the parents were this, I can't cope with sound. I said, but that's your parent. You've got to say, I can cope with anything, noise, light, sound, heat, cold. We're actually incredibly resilient. I think humans have this belief that we're fragile, very delicate creatures, damaged for life by life's misfortunes. And that actually isn't true. We're actually incredibly strong. We're incredibly resilient. And we're great survivors. Look what our ancestors went through. And if you do the opposite, instead of saying I'm fragile, so I'm strong. I'm a strong person. I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong man. I'm strong. I'm brave. I'm capable. Imagine going into surgery, which I did recently. I was saying that I'm strong, I'm brave. I've got the bounce back factor, rather than, oh my God, what if I die in the operating theater? Because we do have a choice. With all this wiring, we have a choice. We can talk ourselves into something or out of something. And our words are really shaping our reality just as much as our wiring. But the great news is that when you change your words, you change your reality. If you don't like your reality, look at your language patterns and start to change it, because that's what neuroplasticity means. As you think thoughts, the brain will reshape itself to the thoughts you're thinking.